Well, the October 5th Common Council meeting in order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Olson.
Here.
Alderman Hopfer.
Here.
Alderman Mayor.
Here.
Alderwoman Wilhelm is not present. Alderwoman Hanneman.
Here.
Alderman Barber.
Here.
Alderman Nelson.
Here. We have a quorum. Please rise, join the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda is citizens' comment period. Any citizen wishing to speak on any item, please rise, come forward, give us your name and address, and tell us what you want to tell us. Mr. Lewandowski.
Leroy Lewandowski, 8030 West Winston Way. I want to express my opinion in regards to this slaughterhouse that we want to build out here in Franklin. I can't see any reason why this part, Franklin, would even think of putting something like that out here. People are not buying their homes out here to have a slaughterhouse. Also, I have been asking for a change in the tobacco ordinance that we have to include the chewing tobacco, and I don't seem to be getting any place that way. And I feel it's an important thing because it's a health situation. People are spitting in the streets, in the bars. I don't know why we can't add that. It would be wonderful if we could do that, because even the Milwaukee Brewers don't allow them to chew tobacco in their stadium, and all major league teams are that way. So it is a health problem. I also I want to bring up the sidewalk at the Blend, which has that 2-foot drop. That was approved by the Planning Commission. It was done by, I believe, JST Company and the engineers that did that. And when I talked to them, they said that that was nothing wrong with it. It was an ordinary thing to have that. Well, we had, Mayor, you were on the Planning Committee. Our engineer was on the Planning Committee, and you allowed this situation to exist. Now, we were supposed to get those concrete steps in there. I haven't seen it. I don't know why it hasn't been completed, because it looks like our engineer has not done his performance to establish the activity to install that concrete steps. He's not doing his job. What is this? Does he do what he wants to do? I also recently discovered that the new golf building had prints which did not include an elevator. Again, our engineering did not catch the error, nor the planning department. However, I also discovered that our city chief engineer name does not appear on the list of names to be contacted regarding the construction of that building. I don't understand that. What does he get paid for? There was also still a problem regarding the street gutter stormwater grates, is to do the specific specifications regarding these grates. It states or equivalent. That is wrong. And again, this is a problem created by our city engineer. It's time to open up the door and show them the way out.
Anyone else? Sir, good evening.
Good evening. Mike Peglieroni. I live at 6049 Glen Court, and I'm here representing my neighbors and myself to speak to you about item 17 of your agenda tonight. I just wanted to start by saying that I don't have any ill will towards the family that lives there. They've been there for decades, and we're just kind of looking for a safe and sensible resolution to the matter. I'd like to give you a little bit of a brief history if you guys aren't aware that this family's been evicted already for the same conditions like 5 or 6 years ago. There was a full remodel of the house, I'm guessing on taxpayers' money. Like, okay, I don't know. But they were moved back in. The living conditions now are even worse than they were back then. And after the most recent eviction, the health department only put a piece of paper on the door saying that it's uninhabitable for human living. They didn't like lock the doors or bar them or anything. Some of the family members continued to come back and enter the premises and also live in their van in the driveway along with their animals. They left the garage door and the windows open all summer, which, as you can imagine, the smell coming out of that place was nauseating. And it kind of, depending on which way the wind blew, you couldn't even spend time in your yard, myself and the neighbors to the south. And then a few weeks ago, in the middle of the night, my wife and I were woken up by 3 police officers that were surrounding their property because one of the family members, I guess, escaped rehab or something and snuck back inside. They coaxed her out through the back sliding door. That door has been wide open ever since, so it's been like 2 weeks now that it's just open to the elements. I called the police department about it. They sent some firefighters there. They surveyed the situation and just left the door open and left. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. And I wasn't even going to come here until this most recent event 3 days ago. The neighbors to the south could smell natural gas in their yard, and they called We Energies, who showed up, and they actually found that the natural gas was coming from the open windows of the property at 6043. So the whole house was filling with natural gas so much that you could detect it outside the property. So they ended up shutting it off at the meter, and they left. And so that's where we're at today. So just wanted to inform you guys of what's going on in case you didn't know.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
And
Thank you.
sorry for this.
Yeah, I know.
We're working on it. Thank you, Mike. Anybody else? Anybody else? Seeing no one else rise, I will close the citizens' comment period. I'll move on to regular business. Item C, approval of the regular meeting minutes of the Common Council meeting of September 21st. Any additions or corrections? Barbara and Mayor, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. No public hearings tonight. We do have a series of appointments. Any request for separate action? Alderman Nelson.
One quick question. I was going to ask Mr. Rotzenberg this prior to the meeting. On number 3, Mr. Schmidt, is that the same gentleman that we have on finance that has an issue with making and attending meetings? Do you know if that's been resolved at all?
I'm aware of that, and that issue has not been resolved. My intention is to appoint him, and if he cannot get a waiver from his employer, then we'll appoint someone else.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Is there actions regarding these items? We'll do it one at a time. We'll do it a group. Is there a motion? Nelson and Mayor. Madam Clerk.
Alderman Holford.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Barber.
Aye.
Alderman Nelson.
Aye.
Motion carries, 5 ayes, no noes, 1 absent, no abstentions. Good catch, Madam Clerk. She was almost in the routine. Thank you very much. Next item is item 1, page 27 of your packet, a resolution conditionally approving a 2-lot survey map for the Dorothy Bosch Common Trust. Nelson and Mayor, a trend. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. G2, an ordinance to amend the Unified Development Ordinance Plan Development District 25 for the Woodland Trails condominiums for first of all, we need to determine if there's a
Commission, per the Unified Development Ordinance, determines whether or not it's a minor amendment. I wrote staff when I saw that on the action sheet today.
So you got me going in a routine here. Okay.
And the Plan Commission did determine that it was a minor.
This is a minor UDO amendment. They're changing the facade on one of their buildings.
I move to adopt the ordinance.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. It's Alderwoman Hanneman and Alderman Barber. G3, page 117, a resolution to amend Resolution 2019-7522 and a quitclaim deed for dedication and acceptance of right-of-way for Velo Village Apartments. And we- all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Holfer and Barber. G4, page 123, a request from the police chief to hire a police officer who would be an interim off. So we'll do Mayor, Barber, and Nelson. Great presentation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Makes perfect sense. Thanks, Chief. G5, page 125, request Common Council authorization to reclassify and fill a position previously half-time fire inspector as a full-time and share it with Oak Creek Fire Department and execute the agreement. Hanneman and Mayor. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G6, page 131, authorization to allow contract with Maxim locum tenens and advanced practitioners for temporary staff position of an epidemiologist. Barber and Hofer. My dad was a locum tenens for a while. Great way to go on vacation. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. G7, 135. Motion to allow the Director of Health and Human Services to accept and sign Division of Public Health consolidated contracts for continued COVID mitigation and recovery efforts. Barber and Mayor. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G8, page 159, a resolution authorizing installation of a fence within a 10-foot storm easement at 4818 West Anita Lane. Alderman Barber. Barber and Hanneman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G9, page 169, resolution to execute state municipal financial agreement and a state municipal maintenance agreement for improvements related to a Wisconsin DOT project on South Lovers Lane between Rawson and College for $188,330. And that would be Hofer and Mayor. Continuing the trend. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. By the way, I'm not objecting. This is good. Moves it along. G10, 181. Authorization of annual maintenance repair specifications work orders with regard to City of Franklin facilities with industrial roofing services. Barber and Hanneman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Smart move. Thank you very much. G11, page 187. An ordinance to amend 2020-2453, an ordinance adopting 2021 annual budget for the Capital Outlay Fund to provide for $7,190 of appropriations for the updated Unified Development Ordinance rewrite project. Barber and Mayor. All those in favor? I'm sorry. Thank you, Sandy. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Alderman Nelson.
Aye.
Alderman Barber. Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
Aye.
Alderman Hopefer.
Aye.
Motion carries, 5 ayes, no noes, 1 absent, no abstentions. G12, page 191, is a resolution designating signatures for checks and orders pursuant to 66.0607 of the stats. Barber and Hanneman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G13 is the August 2021 financial report. Mr. Rothberg, anything you want to point out? Any questions from the Finance Committee, Council? Is there a motion to receive and place on file? Nelson and Hanneman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G14, page 221, recommendations for 2022 employee benefit related coverages, carriers, and premium shares. health insurance, wellness, health and wellness, supplementary programs, and dental insurance. Madam Director of Administration.
Thank you. In front of you in G14, you have a list of 15 items that are considered part of our health and wellness program. I did highlight and bold the items that we're making changes on, we're requesting changes on. The first one is a third-party administrator for our health insurance plan, a change on that from United Healthcare to UMR. We believe that the change will provide us expanded services, offer some integrated reporting with our other providers, which will help us make some better decisions for the future, more flexibility as far as programs and services for the future, as well as to deliver better pricing and excellent customer service. No changes in the overall premiums for 2022 or the employee premium share. Continue on with the health risk assessment and biometric screening. Continue on with the health savings plan, and attached to this is also a recommendation to renew that health savings agreement with Associated Bank. They are waiving the service fees for our employees, which is something out of the ordinary that we're very happy about, so that the people that are using their health savings account are the ones that have the $1,000 balance or less. So that's a positive for 2022. Health reimbursement arrangement, again, continuing on, no changes. Continuing with the NICE healthcare program, that was the third party, the mobile clinic that we instituted in 2021 has been going very well, and we've definitely been seeing changes in our health claims since then, and due to that. Continue on with the wellness activities with Go365. We are going to do some more work on that. We did have some employees in 2021 that had a hard time connecting and doing some of the paperwork and things that go along with it. So we're going to do a relaunch of that in 2022. No change on our pharmacy benefit manager. That went with Serview in 2021, and we are seeing the rebates promised, so that's a good sign. The number 10 and 11, we're not asking for an approval on. Sun Life is our incumbent for our stop loss. We did receive a 14% increase. That increase we didn't feel had a basis behind it because we really haven't used stop loss in a number of years. We are using it this year, but not to the tune of what we think equates to a 14% increase. So we are out to bid on that one. Sun Life is also the incumbent provider for the life insurance and long-term disability. Life insurance, 0% increase. However, long-term disability, 39%, definitely something we needed to shop. So we'll have some recommendations in October on those two items. Number 12 is the city's dental plan. Again, changing the third-party administrator. Currently, United Healthcare requesting to change to Delta Dental. They will bring us some improved network discounts, allowing participants to get basically more bang for their dental insurance allowance, much better pricing, and excellent customer service. No change in vision providers. The service has been favorable, and we do have a 4-year rate lock. And no changes in the flex spending. We do the standard healthcare limited for people that are on HSA, and then the dependent care. And then the last one is to add a new resource for our employees. USI, who's our consultant for health insurance and benefits, has a resource center that we think will be advantageous for our employees. Direct customer service, assistance with providers, open enrollment process, plan docs, videos, tutorials, a lot of information. So we're going to hit that one pretty hard in open enrollment as well to let people know. So the recommendation is all the items except for 10 and 11, and those will be forthcoming in October.
And the recommendation of the personnel was to approve except for 10 and 11.
Second.
Barber and Holfer. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. G15, the recommendation from the committee of the whole at your place is revised pages, reflects the conversation last night, and a recommended motion.
Motion to approve as amended.
Second.
Mr. City Attorney.
A little more specific.
If it's okay, Mayor, I'll walk through it.
Madam
So,
Deputy.
So the recommendation is the same as it was on the council packet material. However, the changes last night, the first one was in the draft code of conduct to add ethics to the title. So rather than City of Franklin Code of Conduct, it is now City of Franklin Code of Conduct and Ethics. We also did make a change to add section 9 to the code of conduct, which is the ethics section. And we moved the entire contents of the attachment A, which is the ethics section, into that newly established section. Another request last night was to change section 14 of the draft rules regarding the vacation of a council seat. It used to say the Council of Franklin utilizes the following process. That has been changed to the City of Franklin has utilized the following process to fill council vacancies. And then number 4 is that partner change in the last sentence of section 14 of the rules, that it said this process is utilized when council determines that it wishes to fill a vacant seat. And now it says this process may be altered in the future when council determines that it wishes to fill a seat. Number 5 is a recommendation that came forward since there was a little bit of extra research done on it. So basically in section 5, breaking ties, we did have some discussion on it last night. It currently read, the presiding officer can but is not obligated to vote whenever his or her vote will affect the result. That is, he or she can vote to either break the tie or cause a tie, or in the case of a 2/3 vote when it's required, can either vote to cause or block the attainment of the 2/3 vote. Per statute 6211, state statute 6211, parent 1, the mayor shall not be counted in determining whether the quorum is present at a meeting, but may vote in the case of a tie. When the mayor doesn't vote in the case of a tie, the mayor's vote, when the mayor does vote in the case of a tie, the mayor's vote shall be counted in determining whether sufficient number of council has favorably or unfavorably voted on any measure. The foregoing mayoral vote, only in the case of a tie, is not applicable when the mayor is serving as a presiding officer of other city boards, commissions, and committees, during which the mayor can but is not obligated to vote whenever his or her vote will affect the result. So what was in the packet was applicable to Plan Commission, other boards and commissions, but not the council, and so we've added that different section. We also added a clarification on the council president. When the council president is fulfilling the role of the presiding officer at a common council meeting, he or she may exercise at his or her option the voting rights of an alderman, or may choose not to vote and instead act as the mayor to cast a tie-breaking vote. In that circumstance, the council president would announce whether he or she is acting as the mayor or an alderperson on each proposal or motion to be voted on. And then the last one is just an update in the rules of the Common Council in Section 5, Parent I, just to delete the no member shall be permitted to change his or her vote once the body moves on to the next item. And that's not necessary because the statement before it said that once the vote results are called, there's no changing. So that was a small correction. So those are all of the differences from what was in the packet.
Any question? Mr. City Attorney.
I don't want to be overly technical, but
But you-
Administrator Stino put in that deletion of, oh, you can maybe change your vote until the next item is called. And under Roberts, it does say until the vote is announced. However, just for technical points, if there would be a unanimous consent after the vote is announced upon someone's request to change their vote after it was announced, that could happen, but that's what it would. But that's in Roberts, and Roberts is incorporated into your municipal code, so it's already there.
So what you see on the paper is good.
Okay, any questions? On the motion, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Let the record reflect, please, it's unanimous, +1. Okay. Yes, sir. Alderman, Mayor, please.
I'd like to thank Peggy for her diligence in carrying through on this process for the last almost a year and working with everyone. Did a very, very good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I understood his motion to incorporate the changes as recommended last night. Okay. Mr. Pagliaroni, are you going to stick around? You don't need to. Out of courtesy to you, though, I'll move some things around. Well, I don't mind. Let me finish some business items first. Move on to item H1, miscellaneous licenses. Alderman Nelson.
Number one, a letter for Juan Vila, move all the way down to
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Hanman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Move on to vouchers I1. Is there a motion approving city vouchers in any date of October 1st, 2021, the amount of $966,983.97, and payroll dated September 24th, 2021, in the amount of $439,133.78, and payments to various payroll deductions in the amount of $471,844.09, plus city matching payments, and estimated payroll for October 8th, estimated at $410,000, and payments of various payroll deductions, estimated at $240,000, plus city matching payments. Barber and Hanneman, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Holfer.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Barber.
Aye.
Alderman Nelson.
Aye.
Motion carries, 5 ayes, no noes, 1 absent, no abstentions. Okay, what I'd like to do now is take item 17, which is a closed session. Mike, I'm going to ask you to leave the room, but when we're done, you can come on back in. Is there a motion to enter closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Stat 19.85 sub 1 sub e to deliberate on investing of public funds in governmental actions in relation thereto with regards to the 6043 West Glen Court human health hazard on private premises and unfit for human habitation property, and pursuant to Wisconsin Stat 1985 sub 1 sub g, to confer with legal counsel for the common council who is running advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is likely to become involved with regards to the 6043 West Glen Court human health hazard on private premises and unfit human habitation property, and re-enter open session, same place therein, after to act on such matters as it deems important.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Madam Clerk.
Alderman Nelson.
Aye.
Alderman Barber.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
Aye.
Alderman Holfer.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are in closed session.
Recording in
Oh,
progress.
Okay, it's 7:45. We're back in open session. The direction to staff is to proceed as discussed in closed session. I wish I could give you an update, but it's a strategy session, and just know that we continue to work on it, this time with more diligence, with additional diligence. Is there a motion to direct staff to proceed as discussed and closed? Barber and Hanneman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So that's what we can tell you. Yeah. Well, it depends. Health, police, or fire, or Alderman Barber, yeah. Depends on what's going on, right? well, she's here and that was her and she's on top of it. So thanks. And again, sorry for the trouble. Yep. Okay, with that, we move to G16, which is another closed session item. Sorry, a motion to enter closed session subject to, let's see. Okay, as the subject, special use development is a subject in litigation matter, Franklin Community Associates et al. Versus City of Franklin and Strauss Brands LLC, Milwaukee County Circuit Court Case 20 CV 7031, which litigation matter is in process and pending at this time. A motion to and hereby move that the common council enter closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Stat 1985 sub 1 sub G to confer with legal counsel for the common council who is rendering advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to the subject litigation and re-enter open session at the same place thereafter to act on such matters as it deems appropriate. Is there a motion?
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Alderman Holfer.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Barber.
Aye.
Alderman Nelson.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're in closed session.
Recording stopped.
Open session, Mr. City Attorney, do you have a suggested motion?
A motion to adopt a resolution number 2020-7681, a resolution imposing conditions and restrictions for the approval of a special use for a meat processing facility use upon property located at the southwest corner of the intersection of West Loomis Road and the New Monarch Drive, Lot 83 of Ryan Meadows subdivision, Strauss Brands LLC applicant, to extend the time for commencement of the special use development.
I move the resolution.
Motion made by Alderman Hanneman, seconded by Alderman Barber. All those in favor, any questions? All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Madam Clerk.
Alderman Nelson.
No.
Alderman Barber.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hanneman.
Aye.
Alderman Mayor.
No.
Alderman Holfer.
Aye.
Motion carries, 3 votes aye, 2 votes no. Is there a motion? And one not present. I almost said absent. All those in favor, any opposed? Oh, geez. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Recording stopped.
Well, good luck tomorrow.
Oh, thanks. That shouldn't be a big deal.